The world is an illusion. Your choices are meaningless. Everyone around you, including your family and friends, is just a part of your thoughts. You are a caged animal. To use you as food. Your feelings serve as food for those who built the cage. You're born, you grow, and you spend the first third of your life learning how to live in a society that barely knows you exist. Maybe get married and have kids. Then you die, and the pain ends. But death is just the beginning. Welcome to my channel, Historical Studies. Before diving into the mysteries of history, there is a small reminder. If you are really interested in this kind of information, do not hesitate to subscribe to my channel and hit on the bell icon if you don't want to miss out on our new videos. Here we dive into one of the darkest secrets in the world. Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are initially mentioned in ancient Sumerian texts, which also contain the earliest records of history. The Anunnaki are believed to be 7 deities, also referred to as the 7 gods who decree. Their stories resemble those that were found in Greek mythology, and their objective was to determine the fate of mankind. The Anunnaki, unlike the Greek gods, live in the skies but also communicate with humans and affect events on Earth. Gods from polytheistic religions like the Anunnaki, the Greek gods, and the Roman gods served many purposes. They were used to explain natural phenomena like Zeus creating thunderstorms. The Anunnaki are initially mentioned in ancient Sumerian texts, which also contain the earliest records of history. The Anunnaki are believed to be 7 deities, also referred to as the 7 gods who decree. The Anunnaki, unlike the Greek gods, live in the skies but also communicate with humans and affect events on Earth. Gods from polytheistic religions like the Anunnaki, the Greek gods, and the Roman gods served many purposes. The Anunnaki are mentioned as having a direct hand in the creation of humans in the Epic of Gilgamesh, which was written thousands of years ago. The Anunnaki stories, however, might not be myths. Zecharia Sitchin in his book The 12th Planet claims the Anunnaki are actually aliens who visited Earth thousands of years ago from their whole planet Nibiru. When they arrived, the deity called Enki added alien DNA to ancient man, and the result was us. Stories about the moon's creation. Many ancient texts describe a time when the moon didn't exist, or at least it didn't exist here. Aristotle wrote about the Pelasgians, who lived in ancient Greece since the oldest days, at a time before the moon. The Apollonius of Rhodes also describes a period of time before the moon. Evidence for a sky with no moon has also been found on the other side of the world. In the ancient site of Tiwanaku in Bolivia, there are symbols that depict the moon coming into orbit. The moon didn't form, according to the Zulu and other ancient cultures. The moon was constructed, not here. According to the Zulu, aliens from a different part of the galaxy constructed the moon. They built the moon as a monitoring station to keep an eye on the human race. Archons. David Icke has authored more than 20 books about various theories. He has covered everything from the Illuminati to UFOs to the multiverse. Icke claims that a race of reptilian humanoids known as the Archons exists on Earth with mankind. This race of reptilians primarily lives underground. But a few of them live among us as well. According to David Icke, the moon is not only a spacecraft but also a holographic projection device. The broadcast from the moon warps our reality, or at least our perception of reality. The human brain is quite capable of experiencing the true universe. However, the frequencies that would allow us to see the real world are being blocked. If you believe in simulation theory, then these beings are the creators of the simulation. Either way, they're not our friends. But why? Aliens discovered that our emotions carry energy, and they also discovered that this energy could be used for nourishment. Some have described the alien desire for negative human emotion as a drug addiction. We are born, we live and die. Then we come and repeat the process. A piece of equipment that has been placed on the moon controls this entire process. I know the theory sounds like science fiction, but many skeptics were turned into believers on December 6, 2021. That's when, completely by accident, Lunar probe took a picture of the Sol Q. The lunar rover U-2, built in China, took this image on December 6, 2021, when it was investigating the moon's far side. A cube-shaped object is clearly seen 80 meters from the von Karman crater. For some reason, this object was given the name Mystery Hut by the China National Space Administration. This only lends credence to the idea that the moon has a soul-harvesting machine. Apollo 12, NASA's second manned mission to the moon, was launched in November 1969. Seismometers, used to track earthquakes on Earth, were positioned on the lunar surface by the crew of Apollo 12 in order to collect seismic data. Now, instead of typical seismic patterns, the data showed the moon vibrating for over an hour. The moon was famously described as ringing like a bell. In 1970, two Soviet scientists proposed that not only is the moon hollow, but the moon is also an artificial spacecraft brought to Earth a long time ago. Dr. Ellis Silver's theory that humans didn't originate on Earth is really interesting. He presents a ton of scientific data that supports his argument. But even he admits the theory has some holes, and he's released updates to try and fill in some of these holes. Still, mainstream science rejects the idea that humans originated on a different planet. However, researchers found in 2020 that 50,000 years ago, ancient humans produced a species that scientists didn't know existed. They call this ghost DNA. Finally, the cycle is fueled by negative emotions. Positive feelings may destroy it. So you have a choice. You have the power to affect change. Choose kindness over anger. Choose acceptance over judgment. And choose gratitude over the endless desire for more. Thanks for being to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell us what you think about this video below in the comment section. Let's meet again with another interesting video.